Well, hello there, everybody. I am hopping on quick to show you a sneak peek of what is coming on Monday. I'm so excited about this one. And then I also want to point out that the Flamingo bundle has been extended. So if you put in a qualifying order, you can score one of these cover sets or the bundle with the punch and the page kit, or you can get both. So make sure you get that in before Sunday. It ends at 11:59 p.m. Central Time, which means Eastern Time, that is 1 o'clock. So make sure you do that. And now, without further ado, I wanted to show you guys what is coming on Monday. I'm so happy and excited. Alright, so we have the Deeper in the Woods collection, where stories take root, and you guys, I'm in love with this collection. If you remember, Creative Memories did a similar collection. This is kind of a play on that. It was called Deep in the Woods, and this is kind of a reimagined version of that. I think the texture paper is all the same, and they just added some new paper packs, like designer paper, some different stickers, and some borders. So this is really cool. I am in love with this whole collection as an outdoorsy girl. So let's take a deeper look. I did link this in the description of this live, and if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. This link is also in the description of that video. So we have the paper and stickers. So fun. Look at these borders. Look at that wood. I love it. And the acorns. It's just like, I love the realistic stickers sometimes, especially for things like this, because it just helps things pop off the page. Like if you're on a hike and you want to add some trees or whatever, it's just fun. So also, his layout was really cute. I always love the layouts they show the example on, so I'm hoping to give us instructions for that in the blog. We'll see. And then we have this phenomenal paper pack. I'm going to go ahead and flip through these with you. I have not looked through these yet, so I like to save it for when I'm hanging out with you guys. So get some plaid, of course. That's totally an outdoorsy thing. Look at this cute tree paper. I could see this even for Christmas. I love it. I love pine trees because they just remind me of Christmas and fun. Love this texture going on here. Oh, there's some like leaves in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Closer look at that texture. We have some polka dots, it looks like, or some shapes like maybe acorns, and then some bark looking paper. I love all of these. Again, they do kind of a louder paper on one side, more tonal on the other, so you can utilize this what works for you. I love pine. I'm so sorry. This is so cute. More stripes here. Oh, that's pretty. I like that too. I can see just matting photos and throwing them on there. So how fun. And then we have the stickers. We'll get a closer look at those in the flyers I'll show you guys. And then we have the textured papers and embellishments. These are really cool. Love this layout too, how they kind of made it a grid looking page to show off all of those textures. And remember, you can turn these layouts into other, using other collections too. You don't have to just use the Deeper in the Woods. You can use like Christmas or whatever. Whatever sparks your inspiration. Now, I think these are similar. If you remember Deep in the Woods, I think they're the same. Yeah, they look similar. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't remember right now. There might be a few little changes. But I flew through these papers. I love the textures for woods and stuff. I remember using all this leaf paper and being really sad. So I'm really glad that's back. Love barks. Anything for camping. Like, this is really great for that. Or just hiking in general. I remember cutting this up like in trunks and using it on a page. So that's cool. I love the ferns. And the pine cones. Oh, I like that. That's really cool too. So there's some really fun options there. We also have the laser cut embellishments, and I love laser cut embellishments because they just look really neat on your page, especially if you use like foam squares under them or something. You can see a bit more in the What's New flyer. Again, I will show you guys that when I get there. We also have the borders and mats. Now the borders, if I love the laser cut embellishments, the laser cut borders are just as cool. So I'm digging these with like the trunks and the leaves, tree lines, forest dreams. I think that's so cute. Here's some closer look at those borders right here. And then our mat pack. Go ahead and flip through those with you guys. Again, you can cut these in half, journal on one side. Love this. The forest is a place for quiet wonder. I like that. I like the sayings they come up with. It's really cool. That's cool. I like those. Oh, how fun. Lots of options here for you guys to decorate your page with. This is really pretty. I like that a lot. If it's better in the great outdoors. So fun. I can see this as like, I don't know if you guys do Great Wolf Lodge ever. I would use these in a Great Wolf Lodge layout as well. Or layouts. We, usually ends up being more. I could see using this collection with that as well. So that's a closer look at the mat. And if you get the buy it all bundle in the first 48 hours, you have a chance to get your supply of tape runner refills. Who doesn't love CM tape runners? If you have not tried them, please try them. They will be a game changer for you. But you can win a year's supply if you get the buy it all bundle. If you get the golden ticket in your box, you are a winner. So they'll randomly pick 2 on the first day of orders and one on the first day and one on the second day. So you could wait till day 2 and order and see if your odds are better. But yeah, you'll get a golden ticket box inside of your order. So it looks like you get it all in your box. So the box you order. So here's what all is in that buy it all bundle. You get 10% off, first of all, which is a heck of a deal. So if you love this whole collection, this is an option for you, especially if you've recently been on a trip in the wilderness, done some hikes, camping, if you do lots of camping. This is something you might want to look into, and we haven't even gotten to this punch yet, which is amazing. So this whole thing ends June 13th at noon or 1 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely get on that, but it also runs out like with the project playbooks. People love those. That is thrown into this bundle as well. And I love the project playbooks, you guys, because there's ideas in there you can use beyond this collection. Like, they are featuring this collection in it, but you can put those layouts to use in any of your collections. So you'll get all of this for 10% off. It does not include the album cover, but this is the album cover. A lot of people will say, well, I already have a million album covers, so they did not include that in the bundles. You can purchase it separately, obviously. So it's a forest green book cloth. I love these trees. They remind me of Maine and the Upper Peninsula here in Michigan. So if you're familiar with either one of those, they give me that vibe, and I love it. So we want to go back to Maine sometime, and of course the Upper Peninsula. So really cool. And then we have discounted punches, which amazing. Who doesn't love punches? I use this leaf one all the time because I love leaves. But these all will pair very well with this collection. So if you have your eye on any of these, definitely snag these because they're 50% off, which is huge. So I love my compass one too. This tree one, I thought it was gone, so I'm trying to think. Maybe it was in there, but I'm like, are these brought back? I'm not sure. I think it was there actually. Now that I think about it, but it's discounted. They'll all go well with this collection. Here's some more coordinating cardstocks and collections now. Again, they don't have these collections necessarily in stock right now. It's just if you have them sitting around in your stock of stuff, you can use it with this very well. So here's a Deep in the Woods look back at that. I had all of this because I loved it and I reused it all up. And then also Welcome Home will work. Just similar color vibes. I loved Happy Camper back in the day. That was such a great collection. I used all that too. But those were all pair well. Again, these are not necessarily available, but if they're sitting around, you're trying to use them up, it'll go well with this. So you can put them together, like if you're sorting them or whatever. And now the punch. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so excited for this because it's like a shape punch, but you can also make a border out of it. So I love punches like this because they're so versatile, and you can use them like to do this kind of number or this number. So I could see using this for hiking, for camping, for Christmas. Just a lot of uses for this, and I love punches. You can get so many different uses out of for different themes because I feel like they go further. So this is one that is definitely on my wish list and probably on my order list. So if you want it, I would dare to say this one's gonna fly because it is already gaining a lot of traction. So if you want it, definitely snag that on Monday at lunchtime. 1 p.m. Eastern is when the launch kicks off. There is a virtual queue to get into the website because it used to crash all the time on launch days. So just know that too if you're hopping right on at 1 Eastern time, noon Central time, so on and so forth. So here's a closer look at it. I love this border with all the different colors and trees. I could see people pairing this with other tree punches too that have come out, so pretty excited about that. And of course the simple page kit number 6. I love fishing. My husband and I used to fish all the time. We're hoping to do it again, but it's been a while. So we have simple page kit number 6 coming out. If you want that, you can make some fishing memories on a page. Super easy. Love the simple page kits. I get pages together in like, oh my goodness, you guys, it could be 5 to 10 minutes. So, especially if you follow the instructions, you just do everything it says, and you have a 2-page layout that's fabulous. So, I've become won over by these kits, and if you haven't tried them, I highly recommend them. So, if you want to see my video on how I did those, definitely hop over to my YouTube and check that out. Alright, and then for those of you who love the happy albums or this size, there are 3 new colors, so good news. And they're still around. I know some of you were nervous they were going away. They are not. They actually brought more colors. So, the 6.75 by 10, they also have pages for these, so you can make an album this size if you prefer. These would be great for like a gift, for a special trip, for like, I don't know, school portraits, for, you know, school album, whatever you want to do. So, lots of options there. Let's see what else we got. Oh yes, if you buy 3 or more custom foiled spines, I love spines, you get 33% off all the spines in your order. So this is the time of year that they did this in January, I feel, because I feel like I just did these and they used to only do it once a year, but they're offering it again. You can get them at a discount. So I all the albums on my shelf have a spine that's labeled, just so I know what I'm reaching for, you know, and it's fun. It makes your album's very shelf worthy. People know what album they're, you know, pulling off, or you know what album you're pulling off to look at. So I'll have like Ruling Family 2022, or you know, Disney Vacation 2024 Part 1, you know, because that's like 3 albums. So oops, 3 albums in one trip there. So I'll be definitely stocking up on those. Excuse me. And then we have the What's New flyer. I'll show you guys quick. Loading. This one always takes a minute because it's a bigger PDF. Tried to go to a better internet spot in my house, but you know, sometimes it doesn't always work. Alright, so here's a closer look with the coordinating cardstock. They also list the collections there for you. And then here's that Buy It All bundle. It's $77.75, which is actually a pretty good price point. I expected that to be like near 100. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh, you know, it wasn't so bad. Especially if you're in love with everything in this collection, this will save you money. So make sure you snag that. Plus you get a chance to win those tape runners. After the Buy It All is done, you can move on to the decorative bundle, which does not include the playbook or the punch. So if you just want the elements, you can wait until this is done. So June 13th. And then you can access this. So just know that that's always an option with all the collections, unless something runs out, of course. So this one I think is going to be hot because a lot of people love this in all parts of the country and beyond. So here's that album cover. Love that. Closer look at the papers and the mats. Alright, so here's a closer look at the stickers. I know that's what you guys want to see because you don't get a good look at those necessarily in the previews. So we got some fun trees and rocks, all the stuff for woods. Love these borders. They're so fun. Like the title stickers as well. I struggle with making titles on my pages just because like using a Cricut can be so frustrating for me for some reason. I feel like it takes so much time, and I know you all have offered me tips and tricks. I don't, I'm just not patient enough for it. I'm like, it's still gonna add 45 minutes to my page creating, so I like to slap a mat or a sticker on for my title. Sometimes I just handwrite it because I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this. If you've watched any of my lives or my videos on YouTube, you know I can be an impatient scrapper sometimes. So I do enjoy title stickers and embellishments. Here's those fun borders. Some have textured flocking. That's good to know. I didn't know that. So some have texture on them. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to feel those. So we have, I love these. I don't know what about these I love, but I love them. So that's a closer look at all those. Here's a closer look at the laser cut embellishments. Also have some flocking. I'm guessing the moss probably has some texture on it. That's my guess. But there's way more than this. This is just a sampling. There's 18 in the pack. So take note. That simple page kit. I'm super zoomed in so you guys can see better. And I love these. Like I said, these just cut apart on the back. They're numbered. You just cut them down the lines, you put them on here, and you have a 2-page layout. You add your stickers, done. So pretty awesome concept CM came up with there to get pages done quick, and for people that are intimidated by scrapbooking, you don't have to be. These are great ways to scrapbook. So makes vertical borders. CM's been trying to do more vertical borders, which I appreciate. It gives me more options for a page, and then of course you can punch out your trees and turn them into a horizontal border, so that's pretty cool. Whoops, don't open Spotify. And then here's that project playbook. These will be available after the Buy It All bundle is done. However, most of the time these sell out, the hard copy with the Buy It All bundle, because they're so popular. You can get a little look at the layouts. There's like, oh my goodness, I want to say there's 4 to 6 pages with ideas on how to use your product. Again, you can plug in any collection. You don't have to use these just for this collection. So I love those. If all else fails, I get the digital version, I print it, but I love the hard copy because it's like that nice, shiny, heavy magazine type paper. So I love that for my binder. Here's a closer look at those new albums. Petal Pink, Orange, Grape. Pretty fun. This would be a fun like baby album. I like that Petal Pink a lot. And the orange would be great for a boy. So if you like any of those, that's a great idea to use with those too. Use them as like a baby album as a gift. Zoom back up. And then here's those discounted punches. So fun. Great time to get these. 50% off. Good price points for those. So, and then of course there's a project recipe that goes with these. I have access to it in the back office. My thought is I want to start doing like a project recipe or some kind of project each month as a live or a Zoom or something starting next month or fall. I'm not sure yet, but I'm brainstorming this, y'all, so it's coming. I want to just have more times where we can create together. So that's what I have to show you all. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you're on my YouTube, please like and subscribe so you can stay in touch with me and get these sneak peeks before everyone else. So I hope you guys have a great day. Holler if you have any questions or if you need any of this stuff. So take care, y'all. Thanks so much.